Hello students, now we will start today new chapter of political science, that is legislature. First topic we will discuss by why do we need a parliament. The legislature in our country is known as parliament at national level. At state level it is known as state legislative assembly. So first of all, what is legislature? It is an organ of government. There are three organs of government: legislature, executive and judiciary. Legislature makes the law for the country, and executive, we have read in last chapter that it implement or executive all the policies and law in the country, and judiciary settle down all the disputes. So legislature in our country at national level is known as parliament. So first of all we will discuss the topic that why do we need a parliament. Legislature is not only a law making body. Its primary objective is law making, but it is not only deal with the law making. Law making is one of the functions of the legislatures. It is the center of all democratic political process. So when we will talk about parliament, in place of parliament we can also write legislature, because legislature at national level in our country is known as parliament. So all the democratic political process take place in parliament in our country. So we can say that it is the center of all democratic political process. It is packed with action, walkout, protest, demonstrations, anonymity, concern, cooperation. All these serve very vital purpose. All these actions take place in our parliament. Walkout also take place. Opposition parties sometimes walk out. They also do protest and demonstrations. Some parties cooperate to each other. Some parties show the concern about the citizens. All the present political conditions in our country. These are very, very important actions in our democratic country, in the parliament. Actually, indeed, a genuine democracy is inconceivable without a representative, efficient and effective legislature. If a country is not having efficient, effective or representative legislature, representative means there's all the members of legislature should not belong to one community, different section, different social group should be represent in our legislature, and they should be efficient or effective. Then democracy is meaningful. Otherwise it is inconceivable, means it is meaningless. It is just for name. So for real democracy there should be representative, effective and efficient legislature in our country. Legislature also helps people in holding the representative accountable. All the representative which are elected by the common people, they are accountable just because of legislature. This is indeed the very basis of representative democracy. Nowadays, in the most common form of democracy is representative democracy. In a democracy, people cannot rule directly because all people are not having time, not having the skills and experience. And in country like India, in actual term, direct democracy is not possible. So we all people elect our representative and we rule through these elected representative, and legislature make these representative accountable. In most democracies, legislatures are losing central part or central position to the executive. But in mostly democracies nowadays, executives are becoming more important, and central position which is played by legislature, now it is replacing by the executives. Nowadays, some ministers or leaders are more important than the parliaments. In India too, the cabinet initiatives policies set the agenda for governance and carry them through. In India also, mostly cabinet leaders, cabinet ministers make the policies, they make agenda for the country to govern, and cabinet ministers run the country. This has led some critics to remark that the parliament has declined. That's why some people criticized the parliament, that some critics said that the role of parliament has started to decline. A strong leader has to face the parliament and answer to the satisfaction of parliament. The leader who is very strong, he has to face the parliament, he has to give all the answers of parliament, because parliament can ask anything from the ministers or the government. Herein lies the democratic potential of parliament. This is the potential of parliament, that parliament can ask anything to the government or executives. Parliament is one of the most democratic and open form of debate in our country. It is the most open and democratic stage of debate and discussion on any important issue regarding the country, on account of its composition. For example, in our country there are two houses, Lok Sabha and Rajya Sabha. In presently in Lok Sabha there are about 545 members. In Rajya Sabha there are 245 members presently. So total about 790 members. So on the basis of its composition, and the members belong to all the communities, SC, ST and all religion, Hindu, Muslim, Christians, all communities and religions and social groups represent in our country. So on account of its composition, it is the most representative. There are three organs of government out of judiciary, executive and legislature. Out of all these organs, legislature is most representative. It is vested with the power to choose and dismiss the government. Legislature has the power to choose and dismiss the government. If most of the members of legislature or parliament if say no to the government, then government has to resign. There are some instances to understand the need of parliament, to understand the power of parliament, what parliament can do. On 20th February 2002, that time Mr. Atal Bihari Vajpayee was the Prime Minister of the country and the Union Finance Minister was Mr. Jaswant Singh. He announced in the Union Budget of proposal an increase of ₹12 in the price of 50 kg bag of यूरिया. यूरिया फर्टिलाइजर का एक टाइप होता है, एक 50 kg का बैग आता है, उसका 50 kg बैग ऑफ यूरिया के लिए पर बैग ₹12 इंक्रीज कर दिया गया in the price of that 50 kg bag of urea, and 5% of total price rise in other fertilizers. Other two fertilizers के अंदर भी other than urea, in other fertilizers 5% of total price were hike. On 11th March 2002, when discussion was take place regarding the union budget, the finance minister, FME's finance minister, had to roll back the increase in the price under intense opposition pressure. On 11th March 2002 को पार्लियामेंट के अंदर फाइनेंस मिनिस्टर को हाइक इन प्राइस इन यूरिया, गवर्नमेंट को फर्टिलाइजर के प्राइस बढ़ाए थे, गवर्नमेंट को रोल बैक वो पैसे वापस करने पड़े, वो पैसे जो कीमत बढ़ाई गई थी कीमत वापस घटानी पड़ी अंडर इंटेंस अपोजिशन बिकॉज अदर पार्टीज वर प्रोटेस्टिंग एंड अपोजिंग दिस डिसीजन ऑफ गवर्नमेंट and it was written in the Hindu newspaper on 12th of March 2002. On 4 June 1998, again hike in urea and petroleum prices were increased about 50 paisa per kg. Entire opposition stayed a walkout. Mostly all opposition parties came out from the parliament. After 2 days, फाइनेंस मिनिस्टर टू रोल बैक. ये 1998 में ऐसा पहला हो चुका था एक बार. इन दैट टाइम आफ्टर 2 days फाइनेंस मिनिस्टर अगेन रोल बैक टू हाइक इन द प्राइस. So this is the power of parliament, that government has to roll back the increase in the price of the urea and other fertilizers. So now we got the idea that why do we need the parliament. That's all for today's video.